the last question says, recommend me some useful Python libraries to learn and how to work online using my little hacking experience, and also how to improve how to improve my hacking experience. It's kind of
I think
it makes me laugh because it's not like a question, but it's like a one-liner, and I should actually try to make something out of it. So I'm not really sure if I can follow, but the thing would be, this guy or this girl or this person asks for useful Python libraries that would help in cybersecurity or something like that. What do you think, Alexis?
Yeah, so as he mentioned in his question, it's a very vague question. So I can only answer it from my perspective, and from the libraries that I use. So I'm a network penetration tester, so I typically deal with networking libraries. The only ones I can recommend are going to be, of course, the socket library, the nmap library, the SCAPI library for packet manipulation, packet capturing, manipulation, etc. Now, when it comes down to dealing with HTTP requests, I'm not really sure. I typically just write scripts based on networking and interacting with networks. So as I said, for me, I usually work with the Python nmap library, the socket library, and the SCAPI library. Now, you're someone that has quite a good experience with Python and using it, whether it be online or for networks. So I would love to hear what you have to say.
Fellas, YouTube enabled memberships for my channel, so you can now come into my closed circle and into the private live chats. Click the join button to learn more.
Well, yeah, these are actually the main ones that you've mentioned. So I'm not really sure if nmap is that useful as a Python library for active scanning, but it would be really useful if you're trying to automate some sort of stuff. If you try to do some very, very custom Python script that would do a combination of different nmap scans, and you would actually have to save your output to different files. Exactly. That's where I would say it would be really useful. But yes, Python nmap is and I think there are more than one libraries that deal with the nmap in Python. Secondly, really important library in Python when it comes to cybersecurity is the socket library, to actually manipulate network data to build network communication components in Python. Then, of course, you would actually have a SCAPI, which allows you to analyze and manipulate network packets. Then you have programs like ReconNG, which has been written in Python, which is a tool for open source intelligence. You also have one of the most important libraries in Python is requests, which allows you to it's actually super important for manipulating web requests. Together with Beautiful Soup, they make a great combination by actually parsing HTML in a very user-friendly manner. A combination of requests and Beautiful Soup. In terms of reverse engineering, there's Mona. I think this is something that a lot of people have heard of, which is kind of like a plugin, sort of like a plugin, which is used with Immunity Debugger. And of course, you have probably tons of other libraries, one of them being own tools, so PWN tools, which does a lot of things. It's kind of sort of like ReconNG. It's a kind of like a Swiss Army knife, a combination of tools under the same umbrella, so under the same library. These are a few of the ones that I suggest to this person asking the question. Of course, there are tons of other tools. I mean, there are probably really thousands of other tools in Python, depending on your purpose. So, of course, if you know Python, or if you want to learn Python, you could learn Python to actually write some of these tools, to actually automate some steps of your penetration testing process or of your bug bounty hunting. So this would be like a very efficient way of combining the learning of a language with actually your real job as a cybersecurity person. I think probably these days one of the most powerful skills that you could have is to actually know how to search for things, because the internet is an ocean of data, and if you don't know how to search efficiently for things, you're going to be lost. But in terms of requests and Beautiful Soup, I actually have like quite a few videos in which I go through a real world scenario from Attack Defense Labs where I'm using request and Beautiful Soup to actually brute force a WordPress login or something like that.
Fellas, check out my Python Basics course to learn the fundamentals of Python you need in cybersecurity. There's a discount link in the description.